Black Inventors, your news update, and space tourism take two on this edition of State of the Bands Weekend, starting right now. Hello and welcome to Arbitrage, State of the Bands Weekend for February 26, 2022. I'm Joshua Stark. Federal regulators are suing to block United Health Group's purchase of technology company Change Healthcare, a deal they fear will put too much healthcare claims information in the hands of one company. The U.S. Department of Justice said Thursday that the proposed deal would hurt competition and give United Health Group, which runs the nation's largest insurer, access to sensitive claims information from competitors. If America's largest health insurer is permitted to acquire a major rival for critical healthcare claim technologies, it will undermine competition for health insurance and stifle innovation in the employer health insurance markets. Tensions in eastern Ukraine and heightened Western fears of a Russian invasion should not have a significant impact on the International Space Station or U.S.-Russia cooperation in space, the former head of the National Space Council told the Associated Press. 4 NASA astronauts, 2 Russian cosmonauts, and 1 European astronaut are currently on the space station. Scott Pace, who served as Executive Secretary of the Space Council under President Trump and is now the director of the Space Policy Institute at George Washington University, said the space station has been largely isolated from political events. The U.S. economy ended 2021 by expanding at a brisk 7% annual pace from October through December, the government reported Thursday, in a slight upgrade from its earlier estimate as businesses stepped up their restocking of supplies. For all of 2021, the nation's gross domestic product, its total output of goods and services, jumped by 5.7%, the fastest calendar year growth since a 7.2% surge in 1984 in the aftermath of a brutal recession. So far this year, though, the outlook for the economy has dimmed considerably in the face of an accelerating inflation, higher borrowing rates, anxious financial markets, and the likelihood of a serious military conflict caused by Russians' aggression toward the Ukraine. A gemstone billed as one of the largest gem-quality opals in existence was sold for $143,750 at auction in Alaska on Sunday. The opal, dubbed the Americas Australis, weighs more than 11,800 carats, according to the auction house Alaska Premier Auctions and Appraisals. It also has a long history. Most recently, it was kept in a linen closet in a home in Big Lake, north of Anchorage, by Fred Von Brandt, who mines for gold in Alaska and whose family has deep roots in the gem and rock business. The opal is larger than a brick and is broken into 2 pieces, which Von Brandt said was a practice used decades ago to prove gem quality. Von Brandt said the stone has been in his family since the late 1950s when his grandfather bought it from an Australian opal dealer named John Altman. Von Brandt said the opal for decades was in the care of his father, Guy Von Brandt, who decided it had been locked up long enough that it's time to go put it out into the world and see what interest it can generate.
It's Thursday night, and you're grabbing drinks with some friends. Started off with a pitcher for the table, which quickly becomes 2. There's pool. And there's the photo booth.
All right, everybody squeeze in. Say cheese!
Followed naturally by an order of wings. And another.
Can we get some extra ranch sauce?
Then there's the ceremonial nightcap.
So what are we doing this weekend?
And lastly, it's back to the car, which, if you're buzzed, could be the most expensive night of your life. Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This week's State of the Bands blog includes Black Inventors, Billionaire Wants a Twofer, and Royce and I talk animals. Oh, bears and mooses.
Oh, my.
Oh, my. All this and more in this week's State of the Bands blog, available now at arbitragetrade.com. Now, let's go to the Chief Executive Officer of Arbitrage, Mr. Royce Wells, for more. Royce, we know we're a black-owned business.
Yes, we are.
I am extremely proud to be here.
As I am to have you here, Josh.
Oh, yeah. And,
Teamwork.
you know, there's only 1 month a year that they celebrate Black History, but Black History is so rich.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like George Washington Carver.
Yep.
I remember I learned in schools, that guy knew how to do some things with some potatoes, sweet potatoes,
and
peanuts, and
yes.
I think 270-something different variety of different things to do with those.
So let's talk Black Inventors. Pretty cool article done by Ari this week.
Yeah.
And really cool about things like, for example, did you know that automatic elevator doors that we fight with every day as we come to work were invented by a black person?
I did not know that. I'm learning something here today.
How about the home security system?
That I can believe.
So the home security system, I had to look this up because I was really intrigued by this, because we had run our stocks, our stock picks that we run particularly on the blog at arbitragetrade.com. Yeah, it's a little bit of a plug there.
Just a bit.
We were talking about different things that that Black inventors did, and the home security system was actually invented by a black woman.
Oh, excellent.
Pretty darn cool. Her name was Mary Van Britten Brown in 1961.
Oh, wow. It's that recent?
That recent. Did you know that refrigerated trucks were invented by Frederick McKinley Jones?
I did not know that either.
And like I said, we were talking about elevator doors. We fight those every day thanks to Alexander Miles.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I still say, I found this out just recently, Super Soakers.
The greatest invention ever.
Me and my kids. Oh, yeah, it's on. Summertime. Yeah.
I don't think we'll have any of those in the office anytime
No, not in
soon.
the office, but definitely in the parking lot.
You know, that sounds like a plan right there. But Lonnie Johnson, former engineer with NASA,
Nice.
he was a literal rocket engineer.
Hey, it doesn't take rocket scientists to build a Super Soaker.
Apparently it did, actually. Lonnie Johnson's proof of that. He worked with people like NASA, 50 U.S. patents he owns, but the Super Soaker is his best-known invention. Congratulations.
Yeah,
it's a $1 billion idea.
$1 billion.
Isn't that cool?
Man, I need to start inventing things that, do stuff like that.
I know.
Hey, it's not too late.
Me too. More on arbitragetrade.com. Go to our blog. We've got 2 other great stories about great African Americans that did some inventions that make your life a little bit easier. More after this on Arbitrage State of the Bands Weekend. Stick around.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that we can give our daughters everything they need to grow and learn. But not every child can focus on classes and play dates.
Nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. face hunger. That's 1 in 6. School lunch might be their only meal each day, and it's heartbreaking to imagine any child going to bed hungry. We're dreaming of a perfect day when kids can smile, play, and just be kids without worrying about where their next meal will come from. Feeding America is working to make that perfect day a reality.
Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste. That food is given to families and children in need. Being a kid should be about doing things that make an ordinary day extraordinary. Learning to play an instrument, building a sandcastle, hosting tea parties. Hunger should never be an obstacle to growing up.
You can help end childhood hunger in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
The 500-year-old sport of curling is sliding into the digital age at the Winter Olympics, with modern technology helping teams sift through game stats and performance data to maximize their chances at a medal. Major pro sports like basketball and football are increasingly crunching numbers to identify undervalued players and better inform coaching decisions. Now the trend toward analytics is coming to curling, a sport more often thought of as a pastoral pastime played by amateurs with dad bobs and day jobs. Data is king, said Nigel Hall, Executive Performance Director of the British curling team, an early adopter of curling tech. The only advantage we can possibly have is, can we learn quicker and move faster than the opposition and get an advantage in, Hall said. And data is a key part of how you can move faster and be ahead of the game. In curling, teams take turns sliding 42-pound rocks down a sheet of ice toward a scoring area. Players furiously sweep the ice along the way to help speed up the stone or curl it around an opponent's on its way to the target. The intricate strategy, successful teams must plan several throws in advance, has earned the sport the nickname chess on ice. And that strategy is now driven by data and technology that gives the players real-time insights into the best shot to take. During play at Beijing's Ice Cube Olympic venue, the British coaches punched game stats into their tablets and other devices that have been preloaded with match data for their curlers and the opponents. The British and U.S. teams also employ performance analysts who sit at the end of the ice sheet, filming the action for match intelligence. The goal, to get a better picture of each side's strengths and weaknesses, information that can be relayed to players during breaks. It's the future, said USA Curling's Director of Coaching, Phil Drobnik. It's doing everything you can do to give ourselves that little bit of an edge. The U.S. curling team has been filming matches for years, but Drobnik said now it's wringing more information out of video to help with tactics for each play and to scout out the opposition. You've got to use the information that's out there to try to give yourself the best chance to win it, said American John Schuster, a 5-time Olympian and the reigning gold medalist. I feel like it's put us in a position where we got some wins. Curling powerhouse Canada also uses video and data analytics, team spokesman Kyle Johns said. It's common for teams, not just Canada, to collect this kind of data not only at the Olympics, but other events in order to create game plans that will be most efficient at international events, he said by an email. An Olympic curling match has 10 ends, like innings in baseball. Teams throw 8 rocks apiece in each round. Much of the end strategy involves protecting one's own rocks from an opponent's takeout, but the end-game management often centers on the significant advantage of throwing last. For example, even in a tie game entering the 9th end, it has been long since smart strategy to intentionally miss and score 0 points to hang on to the last rock advantage, known as the hammer in the 10th. The future will tell about how these advances in technology affect the sport. More after this on Arbitrage State of the Bands Weekend.
No word in the English language is less convincing than probably.
Are you sure we should get matching tattoos on our first date?
Sure. We'll probably stay together.
Probably? It's been 23 minutes since I ate. I can probably swim.
You should wait 30 minutes.
Okay, now tell me what to do. Cannonball! Cramp! Oh, I have a cramp.
I can probably hit the green from here.
Probably.
Can I get a mulligan?
Ready to go?
Hey, are you sure you're okay to drive?
Yeah, I'm pretty sober. Yeah, I'm probably okay.
Probably okay isn't okay, especially when it comes to drinking and driving.
If you're drinking, call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
When are we going up on one of those SpaceX capsules?
I just need to call Elon and basically arrange it.
Get that done, man.
I mean,
wanna
St. Jude's right here, right?
So that's an interesting bring up because Memphis is home to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, and as a fundraiser for St. Jude, raising $243 million, Jared Isaacman, who is the founder of a couple of interesting companies that do spaceflight and things like that, also payments processing, from a firm that he started as a teenager for payments. He's a millionaire. He's a billionaire is what he is.
So did he work with Elon on the PayPal? Because it sounds like it.
I actually believe that he did, come to think of it. I think that he's very close to Elon. I think he absolutely did some stuff with that. But Shift4 Payments is his company. He founded it, and also Draken International, which is a high-performance aircraft company as well. So Isaacman, the reason why he's in the news is because he took a space tourism flight with SpaceX late last year and raised $243 million for St. Jude. He's wanting to do it again in November, it looks like. Not only that, he's taking 3 people with him.
All right, now I need to figure out how to be on that list.
Not only that, but they're going to crack the thing open and they're going to take a spacewalk.
So they're going to walk on something?
Okay, Royce, we've had this discussion before. A spacewalk isn't necessarily on anything. It's floating out in space.
So is it like doing the Cabbage Patch or something? Or
I'm
just, moonwalking is not really on the moon, so I guess spacewalking doesn't have to really be in space and on anything. All right. I'm okay with this.
So Shepard's and the Apollo missions were called moonwalks because they were on the moon. This is a spacewalk because you're walking out in space, floating out in space, maneuvering out in space.
So are you still tethered?
Yes, there will be a tether, and all this, once again, will be fully automated because they are space tourists. They are not astronauts.
I guess someone skipped class and still wound up there. Okay, got it.
Well, they do have to take training. They do have to have certain things, safety things, in case anything goes wrong with the capsule. But it's kind of like your aircraft pre-flight,
Yeah, I think it's actually kind of cool, truth be told. Because basically, the more people that they get up there and the more they test it, the sooner it becomes more available to the average Joe. And basically, the suit should get better. The technology should get better. So, yeah, I actually applaud them for doing it and doing it for a good cause. St. Jude is it's really appreciative, I'm sure.
Absolutely. St. Jude, for Memphis has been a staple, and it's great to see people taking notice, and they will definitely take notice with this space flight. And we'll keep in touch with it as well on Arbitrage State of the Bands weekend. But for now, more after this. Stick around.
Not new.
No word in the English language is less convincing than probably.
Are you sure we should get matching tattoos on our first date?
Sure. We'll probably stay together.
Probably? It's been 23 minutes since I ate. I can probably swim.
You should wait 30 minutes.
Okay, now tell me what to do. Cannonball! Cramp! Oh, I have a cramp.
I can probably hit the green from here.
Probably.
Can I get a mulligan?
Ready to go?
Hey, are you sure you're okay to drive?
Yeah, I'm pretty sober. Yeah, I'm probably okay.
Probably okay isn't okay, especially when it comes to drinking and driving. If you're drinking, call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Buckle up, investors. We're going to be doing something a little different. It's Friday afternoon here at Arbitrage headquarters, and I am live recording this to give you the best data we can. Our live data is going to be pulling our winners and losers. So, traders, get in the zone on Winners and Losers Auto Parts Edition live. This winner up 81%. Currently at $10.54. This winner manufactures, designs, and sells clean air and powertrain products and systems for light vehicle, commercial truck, off-highway, industrial, motorsport, and aftermarket customers worldwide. Tenneco Incorporated, symbol TEN, starts at $10.34. Next, this winner up 52.18%. Designs, develops, manufactures, markets, distributes, sells, services, and supports integrated systems, modules, and components in North America, South America, Europe, and the Asia Pacific, operating through two segments, commercial truck and aftermarket and industrial. This company offers axles including front steer and rear drive axles for medium and heavy-duty commercial vehicles. Meritor Incorporated, currently at $35.80. Its symbol is MTOR. Losers this week, down 39.57%. This loser is currently at $13.30. But this loser designs, manufactures, and sells sealing, fuel, and brake delivery and fluid transfer systems. The company's sealing systems include obstacle detection sensor systems, dynamic seals, variable extrusion systems, static seals, specialty sealing products, encapsulated glasses, stainless steel trims, flush seal systems, and textured surfaces with cloth appearance. That's a lot. Cooper Standard Holdings, symbol CPS, currently at $13.30. This loser down 13.28%. Designs and manufactures engineered electrical and electronic components, modules, and systems for the automotive, commercial, off-highway, motorcycle, and agricultural vehicle markets in North America, South America, Europe, and internationally. The company operates in three segments: control devices, electronics, and Stone Ridge, Brazil. Stone Ridge Incorporated, symbol SRI, starts at $17.14. Winners and Losers is provided for informational purposes only and does not constitute advice in trading. Percentages and stock prices were current at the time of recording, Friday afternoon. Arbitrage Trade Analytics LLC is solely responsible for the content of this podcast, but you should seek out the assistance of a licensed professional for investment advice. Up next on Arbitrage State of the Bands Weekend, Royce and I get back together, go see some kangaroos, moose, and bears. Oh my.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
Jelly. Jelly adjective. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org, brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt US Kids, and the Ad Council.
Royce, you can say what our internal title of this was, this segment right here.
Kangaroos, mooses, and bears, oh my.
Is it mooses, meeses? I don't know. Moose? Is the plural of moose, moose?
I believe so. Just like geese. No, goose, geese. I don't know.
But
deer? Deer.
Deer is deer, yes.
Yes.
So maybe moose is moose. I don't know. But the reason why we're talking about this is we try to take a lighthearted look at some things every once in a while. Animals, they're getting loose in urban areas. And there's 3 stories here of animals who have gone the extra mile and gotten to know people, including a 500-pound black bear.
Hey, boo-boo.
That they called Hank the Tank.
Hank the Tank. Impressive.
In West Lake Tahoe. And apparently Hank has been going shopping in houses right now. He's responsible for more than 150 incident reports.
150 break-ins?
Yeah.
Wow.
And a Friday break-in was one of the latest ones. And apparently the bear has smashed windows and squeezed into houses with people right there in the house.
Wow. Hey.
And
I like this bear.
Yeah, man.
He's driven. Self-starter.
Unfortunately, this is one of those cases where he finds humans to be food sources, and they call it severely food habituated, where he's lost all fear of people and understand them as food sources, not to eat, but to get food from.
Yeah,
right?
Don't feed the ducks. Don't feed the bears.
Yeah,
you remember Don't Feed the Bears from the cartoons. Come on,
don't feed the bears.
National Yellowstone Park. Don't feed the bears.
Hey, boo boo.
Exactly.
So, here's the question though: what about a kangaroo?
That's a little bit from down under.
And check this out. No, it's not from down under. It's from Denmark.
Okay, Denmark kangaroo. All right, you have to explain this one to me.
That's right. So police in southeastern Denmark on Monday appealed for public help to track down what appeared to be a kangaroo that was filmed hopping across a field. Yeah.
Yeah, but was it kangaroo? I need to know.
It was a kangaroo, so
okay. Maybe both together.
Yeah.
Pouch.
I mean, if you think about it, that's the weird thing there, but they're not common in Northern Europe, are they?
No. I want to know how he got there, and or if he was someone's pet kangaroo.
What about a moose?
Did you know you can have a pet kangaroo in I forget which state it is. I want to say it's Idaho or Ohio, Iowa. One of those you can have a kangaroo as a pet.
Let's talk about moose.
Bullwinkle?
Yeah, moose. In Massachusetts, of all places.
Okay.
So we've got.
Wait, he was tranquilized?
Yes, they have tranquilized it and caught it. And that's a happy ending to this moose because he could have been killed.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
4 to 5 moose a year.
Oh wow. Okay.
But we're not dealing with moose. We're closing out the show. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday morning with Arbitrage State of the Bands Daily.
Arbitrage Trade Analytics, LLC, is a privately held market research company. Arbitrage Trade Analytics, LLC, is solely responsible for the preparation and distribution of the content of this podcast. The opinions offered in this podcast are for informational purposes only and are not intended to be investment advice. Seek a duly licensed professional for investment advice. For more information about the informational research and services offered by Arbitrage Trade Analytics, LLC, please visit Arbitrage Trade